Hey, this is Getting Real with Hillary, and I have to talk loud because I have my windows open and the waves are crashing. So there's a lot of wind. So today, first of all, um, I have these wonderful high school interns who have been working to um, give me these amazing thumbnails for my videos, which I didn't even know what that was, and also my website. Is up, and we just have a couple of minor fixes. So it's called gettingrealwithhillary.com. What do you think of that name? Yes, that's the same name as the videos. So anyway, it's very exciting. So go check it out. Check out the Planning Genie and check out, we got the blog, the book, the second piece of French toast. Um, we got the YouTube links, Facebook, everything. You can get to everywhere from gettingrealwithhillary.com. You can even rub the genie lamp. How cool is that? Okay, so today what I want to talk about is um, getting free. And there was a couple of people, usually men, who have this thing that they're bad and that they're afraid of getting in trouble. So I was been talking to them and I'm like, well, do you end up getting in trouble? Yes, all the time. So what we're afraid of usually keeps repeating. So when I was saying that I get hurt by men, guess what? I kept getting hurt by men. I was afraid of getting hurt, and I kept getting hurt until I went back and completed that, which I talked about a few days ago. So there was one gentleman that I was talking to today, and he was talking about, he was afraid of saying no. People were asking him to do stuff, and instead of just saying, no, that doesn't work for me, he would say, okay. His schedule was too busy, and he wasn't getting anything done, and he was missing appointments, and his life was a mess. So I was like, oh, well, why can't you say no? And he's like, well, I don't want to be bad. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to hurt anybody. So anyway, what we did was we went back. This is step one. Well, step one is to see what you're afraid of happening. And then step two is to see, does it keep happening anyway? Yes. Okay, that's, you're like a trap for that. You're like a repeating cycle. So so the third step is see when you first made it up. So he went back and he saw an incident from when he was a little boy. And he was just an innocent little boy, saying something that his mother told him to do. And the teacher freaked out on him. He was little. Teacher freaked out and he decided he was bad and he never wanted to get in trouble again because it was so unpleasant. Well, guess what? This guy gets in trouble all the time. So we went over it. We relived that incident for him, and I got to see you were just a little boy. You were just saying what your mother said. You weren't trying to do anything. You weren't bad. You were just a good, courageous boy. And he got to see that. So I said, what if we reinvent that for you? We just reinterpret the whole event as he came up with it sort of, like I sort of did, but he needed to own it, that you're a good boy and you're a courageous boy. Now, if I seem like I'm talking to a little boy, I was, because in that scenario, he was that age. He was little. And you get stuck in the age of that conversation. That's what we learn in the wisdom course. So he relived it and he created a new context as a good and courageous little boy. And I said, okay. So I tested him and I said, so I have a business plan I want to show you. Um, let's set up a time. And he just said, no, thank you. And I was like, awesome. I was like, was that hard? He goes, no, not at all. So he got to see that saying yes and not really meaning it isn't really very nice, even though, you think you're doing something nice. I said, I would rather have someone say no than for me to think that I actually have someone who's interested. It's actually not nice. But anyway, so he transformed that, just like I transformed yesterday, which I said, instead of that I'm stupid, I decided I'm adorable because this boy would not have asked me to marry him in second grade if I wasn't, and lovable. trusting because I trusted him, and loving. Yeah, and that's what I'm living. I had a minor setback today when I was having a panic attack, but I communicated. I told the person that I was having one, and after that I was free. So these videos are all about creating freedom and expanding our paradigms, or our where we're limited by what our brains made up in the past, and then we live within those confines not knowing it. So that's what this is about, creating freedom. And this one is called, let's see, what are we going to call it? 5 steps to freeing yourself from being bad and getting in trouble, something like that. I will shorten it, but anyway, that's what this is. Let me know if it's useful. Don't forget, the website is live, gettingrealwithhillary.com. The blog, this is the YouTube, the blog, creatinglifeouthere.com, and the book, I think I have 9 5-star reviews, so hey, that's pretty good. The Second Piece of French Toast, available on Amazon. So thank you, and more tomorrow. Bye.